Here we go. Dora's in. And is that everybody? One more.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Should be fine. Yeah, should be okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I think everyone's here.
Everyone's there. So
Yeah.
if we can get everyone's cameras on today, it's not going to be very much of a lecture style thing. It'll be very interactive. So I'll need everyone's maximum participation if possible. Hello, Pablo. Nice to finally see you kind of face to face.
I'm just in front of Junpei, so.
Okay. Oh, I see. I'm hearing your audio through Junpei's computer then.
Yeah.
Hello, Coco. Nice to meet you. I got, again, no audio, but. Wait, you're in Tokyo, so you actually can unmute yourself, right? There we go.
Yes,
Hello.
hello.
There we go. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And Dora, hello.
Hi, I'm working on my camera situation.
Okay, no problem. So should I get rolling right away, or do we need a minute to settle in still? We're all right?
I think we're good. Yes, we can start.
Should I give Dora a second to work on that, or?
Just go ahead, guys.
Yeah, should
I
be
will come
fine, yeah.
back.
Okay.
But before we start, I'd like to thank you for giving your time, even though you're super busy. And there's so many things to do because, you know, our new school year is starting soon.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Oh, Dora is here, yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of people have been asking me for a similar session, so I've done this a couple of times, and I'll do it for a couple of new teachers at our school. So it's all something that I can reuse and stuff. So not a problem at all.
Okay.
And I hope I can help you guys to run the activities in a way that, so you'll kind of get that the excitement I get when I see the activities working the way they were designed, and really seeing kids speak more than you thought they could, and also having chances to kind of raise their level from where they really are at. All right, so I'll kick it off here. So I'm going to do a couple of little things. The first thing we're going to look at are just some basics of giving instructions. Now, I know you're all experienced teachers, so even though I say it's basics, I don't think it's easy. I think giving instructions is one of the most important skills of a teacher, especially if we're running a learner-centered classroom. If most of your lessons are you kind of talking to the students, very little can go wrong. But if you're brave enough to kind of set things up and step back, there's a lot of there's some finer points of how to get that to really work well. And you know, I've seen teachers who have been teaching kids or adults for many years who really struggle to kind of give instructions well. And the thing is with AAS, as you've seen flipping through the books, some of the activities are pretty funky and pretty complex sometimes. So they're not obvious. They're not the kind of activity that you look at it and go, oh, that's tic-tac-toe, I know how to play this, and you know, there's no instruction giving required. Often the instructions can take, you know, up to 10 minutes actually to get students to understand all of the rules and to be able to play. So that needs, if you're not really careful and you don't actually plan ahead to setting up these activities, they can go wrong. You can have a lot of kids sort of sitting there going like, I have no idea how this is supposed to work. So yeah. And again, just to give a little bit of an idea, the image of an AAS activity that's running successfully would really be something where the teacher is able to stand back and have the students taking a lot of risks, maybe saying things that they've been pre-taught, but also kind of the teacher should be freed up so that you have the opportunity to notice the things that they're trying to say, the things that they're struggling to say, and then you can engineer your role to be one of just kind of picking up those points, feeding it in, and helping them there. The term that's used, does anyone know of the methodology called dogme?
I don't know.
So dogme is something that was created by Scott Thornbury, who's one of the most respected people in the field of English language teaching. And his one of the main key points of his methodology is that we should be looking for students' emergent language, An emergent language is really kind of what the students themselves are starting to kind of be able to say. So if we're following like a normal course book, we might move on to step 2 before they've learned step 1. Step 1 they might not actually start to really understand and be able to use till, you know, a long time later. So by setting up these tasks, we're able to kind of get a bit of a window into where they really are with their language learning, not where the course is in terms of their language learning. So you can kind of pick those things up and make them work. Okay, so we'll take a look at instruction giving, and then the next thing we're just going to run through the activities in book 1 of level 3, and maybe a couple of the activities in book 2. I'm not sure how much time we have. What time do we have until, Junpei?
I set it as 12:30, but if we need to extend that, will be fine.
Yeah, we started a tad late, so I mean, I'm flexible because we can go for more activities or less, but we'll see how we're going around that time.
Okay, great, thank you. And so, I don't know, what was the name of the method you just mentioned?
It's dog me. I will put it into the chat there. This is like the extreme of student-centeredness. It's actually a methodology that involves not using technology, not using textbooks, not using anything. Students just come into the class and they do what they want.
Really?
It's not a methodology for beginners, and it probably doesn't work with very young kids. But the idea of emergent language is definitely something that's quite useful. Dog.
Very interesting.
It was named after a film movement that was also very anti-technology and anti-special effects and stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna just share a slide here real quick.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start here with the art of giving instructions, and hopefully there'll be a few things that you can pick out of this that will help you to deliver more effective instructions for tasks. So the first thing I'm going to do, now everyone listen carefully, I'm going to give some instructions for an activity, and I just want you to listen, and then after that, think about what was wrong with these instructions, all right? Actually, it's probably better if you see me and not the slide for this, all right? Okay, so now what I want you to do is, okay, well, there's a few ways we can do this. Someone can be A and read what it says on this card, and then someone can be B, and can you find the card marked B? Okay, so we're going to do a role play, and on the card, there's some information which tells you about what you have to do. So read that, and and then find a person who is a different letter from you. So if you're A, you want to find someone with B. And okay, so I want you to do what it says on the card with the other person. Oh, and don't tell them what it says on the card because it's a secret. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Junpei laughs, but these are actually instructions that I've written down from a real lesson observation. These are not too exaggerated. This is something that people slip into sometimes. So think for a second, what was wrong with that?
It's just too confusing.
Okay, why? Pablo's got something?
I wrote down a couple of things. There was no like particular like solid order. It was kind of like jumping around. So it's very difficult for the kids to follow by blocks, like, oh, what's step 1, what's step 2.
Yeah.
There is an excessive amount of like hand movement.
Okay.
That they will be drawn to the hands and forget about what you're trying to say. So,
okay.
But I don't know if this is just like you in the moment.
No, no, that's good. That's good. That's interesting. So first thing was about order, and then you mentioned the hand movements were distracting.
Yeah, and the other thing is that there wasn't like for every step there was no clear example, so they can kind of follow along. Like, okay, I want you to do this. Watch me how to do it, so you can do it on your own.
Mm.
Okay, no example, no model.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else to add to the list? There's some more obvious things. Those are some nice points, but I think there's a more obvious thing here as well.
So a role A and a role B
Right,
weren't like very clear
right.
in the order.
Yeah, so the idea is that the information of what to do with the role cards, it's a basic role play, role card kind of activity setup. So there would be information on those that the other, you don't want everyone to hear. You want A to know A's part, B to know B's part. Yeah. Yeah. You got an idea there, Coco?
I don't know. I was going to say the order, but already said. I would probably say first that you can't tell the other ones what the card is, because if you say that at the end, probably they already know, or they already told the next person or the friend or whatever.
Right. Oh no, that's a good point. So by the way I gave the instructions, you could kind of tell that they already have the cards, right? So they
Yes.
might have already read both.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, that's important. Right. That's a key point. That'll come up in a second. So let's hold on. I don't know what to write for that. Oh wait, yeah, don't give materials first, right? Yeah. Anything else to add there, Dora?
Basically, they said everything that I would thought of. So
Okay. Yeah, so I think we've got some really key points there. I think the one thing that nobody mentioned, maybe because it was too obvious, is that there was just too much language and it was too complex. So obviously just making it really simple, cutting down to as few words as possible would be something that we'd try to generally do. I do have a list here now of key things that you would do when giving instructions. So when giving instructions, you should use language that's as simple as possible, obvious. Use gestures. So it's interesting that you mentioned the hand movements. The gestures I were using were not really helping. So the gestures would have been like card A and card B, right? So yeah, that was not intended, but it was nice that you brought that up. Give instructions in order, of course, very important. I can see you guys are struggling to see that, so I'm gonna give you that. There we go. Not give all instructions at once for complicated multi-stage tasks. And this is a really important one and really key for AAS as well, because there are often many kind of rules and different components. Model or demonstrate the task. This is something that you mentioned as well, especially with young learners. This is incredibly powerful and really useful. Next one, check instructions with ICQs. Does anyone know what an ICQ is? I guess I've written it out there, but.
Did you understand?
constantly checking.
Do you have any questions? What should I do here? No?
Okay, great. Yes, so Dora said concept check question. So it's basically the same thing, but ICQ, the I stands for instruction check question. So essentially it's the same. And again, I could go into more detail on this. I'll keep it simple. Do you understand? Is that a good ICQ?
No.
Too open, I think.
Because they can say like, yes, but they actually don't.
Right,
know.
right. Yeah. Do you understand tells you nothing.
Yeah.
You have no idea whether they actually understand or not. And most of the time people are just going, yeah. Don't put me on the spot. I know. Right. So an instruction check question, generally speaking, we want to ask questions that are yes or no. So a really key one in that bit of instructions, at the end, it's don't tell the other person what it says on the card because it's a secret. Okay. We might say it's a secret and then finish the instruction. You'd say like, can I tell him this?
No.
And then if they got it, they'll go, no, or you'll get one kid going, yeah, something like that. So then it forces them to kind of verify whether they understand the instruction, and it also gives you information of whether they understand it or not before you go ahead, and then everyone screws it up and your activity's ruined. And then finally, as you mentioned, Coco, hand out the materials after giving instructions. Again, with kids, actually adults too, but with kids, this is incredibly important because they love to muck around with things, right? If you've got like a complex game board with pieces on it, like our unicorns game or something like that, you know they're not going to listen to you. They're just going to be like playing with them and stuff like that. So a really useful technique for that is if you're showing, have everybody, make sure you get everyone's attention. So often I'll have a routine like everyone put up your hands, put your hands on your head or something like that. And then get this in front of you like this, give the instructions while gesturing to it, close it, ask your concept checks, and then they get their books and do it. If they get the books before, you're gonna have a few kids that are not listening to you and they're just kind of playing with the book. So those are some key things. I do want to do a real quick exercise before we move on. Here I've got, can you read those well enough? Are they really small? Okay. So here we've got 4 different instructions that are perhaps not so well, they haven't been spell checked either, not so well written. Can you just read through those and on a piece of scrap paper, rewrite them more successfully? Who's finished number 3?
I do. I have.
Nora, Pablo. Okay, almost everybody. Coco's still on 3.
No, 4.
You're on 4. Okay, well, let's stop there for a sec then. Okay, so let's see. What did you get for number 1? Let's go, Pablo.
Me? Okay. So I wrote, we're going to talk about vacations. So go to page 46, and then let's read this here. And then when you finish this, then we're gonna write your answers right here on the other page, okay? Do we write them here? No, we write them here.
Okay, nice gestures, nice ICQ. ICQ thing is interesting. I've seen it overused before, like in an adult lesson being like, okay, read this, please. Are you going to read this? And it's like, you just told me to read it. What's your problem? I think the way you used it was fine though. I mean, especially if on the page there's, another thing that could be distracting. Anybody got something shorter or simpler than that?
Kind of, but it's not, the topic is not vacation, right? It's reading it during vacations, but the topic is different.
I mean, the unit is on vacations. I mean, is that important information? I don't know.
Okay. So wait.
Go for it.
I thought like during vacations you need to do something.
Oh, no. I think the topic of the unit is on vacation.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, wait.
Dora, do you want to give it a crack?
I kept it really short. On page 46, please read the paragraph and then write your answers to the questions on the opposite page at the bottom.
Closer. It's simpler than it's shorter and simpler than what Pablo had. Can we go any further than that?
Can I try?
Go for it.
Okay.
Jim.
It's not shorter, but let me. So read a paragraph, unit 6 on page 46 on vacations. Then write your answers to the questions at the bottom of page 45.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting closer. Okay, let me show you how I would do it. So let's imagine this is the book. Okay, I'll show you the new finding out because you guys knew new finding out. Page 46. Wait for them to get page 46. Read this. Write your answers here.
Oh, yeah.
Finished. That's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Definitely showing, pointing, and also again, there are some stages in that one. Just getting everyone to find page 46 is step 1. Page 46. Wait. Read this. Or maybe you don't want them to go to page 46 because you're afraid they're going to look at the book and not listen to you. So actually that's a question for the class as well. Depends on the class. All right, next one. If I were to ask you your opinion on smoking, what would you say? Yes, Dora.
I just wrote, what do you think about smoking?
Yeah, we don't need a layer of hypothetical questions about it. It's not that I am asking you, but if I were to ask you, what do you think you would say? If I ask you what you think I would think you said, if I asked you this question, what would your answer be, do you think? Yeah, can be confusing like that. All right, here we go. Next one. I think that was a pretty good answer, but it was a bit too quiet. I don't think your classmates could hear. Can you say that again? Who wants to go with that one? Pablo, go.
Good answer. Now, can we do it one more time, louder?
Pretty good. Nice gestures again. Anyone's got something shorter or simpler?
That was a good answer. Can you say it louder?
Yeah.
Mine is, could you say that again? We didn't hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of those are not too hard depending on the class and stuff like that. But even just simply, good, one more time, or good, again, or something like that. So more like gestures or something, especially with lower level kids or something. Yeah. I mean, for practice, I like to kind of really strip it down to the absolute bare minimum, and just sort of develop the habit of having that in your arsenal. Last one. One of you choose an animal. The other one needs to watch the person and imagine what animal they are imitating. Then put up your hand and say what you think. This is kind of, I tried to write something that looked a bit like an NFO activity in this one.
Yeah. Can I try?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so one that's in the class, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one person imitate animal, then other kids, we kind of like I separate them, like we guess what that is. No, yeah, we when you know, raise your hand and answer. Like that.
That's pretty good. And then what are some other things that we could throw in here to make sure that it works, other than the instruction, like just the language and the instructions? Yes, Kogo.
No, I think maybe different. I would just like do it instead of saying an instruction. I would just say like, what animal am I? And I'll just like try to make an animal, and then eventually they will be like, oh, or they will not raise their hands. They will just like say it, and I will be like, okay, raise your hands, and then someone will eventually say it. I don't know, pig, cow, or whatever, and I'll try to do it again to see if they like understood to raise their hand and stuff, and then I'll be like, okay, next one, who wants to do it next, and then I'll just start the activity.
Yeah, okay, so kind of get the kids just doing it with you and then hand it off to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't give an instruction for that one.
I think that does work, and again, group size is an important question as well. Like, what's your maximum class size there? Like about 6 or 8?
6.
Yeah. So if you've got, I think even with a larger group that does work well, but then you got to be ready to kind of make them do it in smaller groups, right? So if you've got 20 students in a class or something, yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's a nice approach. Anybody had another idea for that?
I think especially for smaller kids, what Coco was saying, like seeing is like their basic way to understand. So if they can see and kind of like get the gist of it, it's easier for them us to give like little instructions because they already have the main picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I think modeling it, what you're talking about there is modeling, and I think that is probably the method that would fit the best with this task. I often do a model with my partner here, so I might kind of go, say hello to Tico, my sloth. So I might kind of go like, oh, he is an animal, so that's a bit confusing actually. But I could go like Tico, what am I? Go. I know. Yes, you're a bird. You got it. It's like, okay. And then maybe if you want a concept check, instruction checking is it's usually something that you do the second time you run an activity, someone screwed it up. And like, okay, now I know that this is a potential way this activity can screw up. So you plan a check before that, or you kind of just develop an instinct for figuring out how kids are going to derail or screw up your activity. Right? So for example, is this okay? Go, I'm a bird. Is that okay? No. Go. I know. Yes, you're a bird. Is this okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Now everybody's got it, and then you say, okay, do it together. Something like that. Okay, so just a little bit of going through some instruction techniques. We didn't really kind of get to exercise all of those points here, but you'll see these displayed later. Giving them in, I think I glazed over a bit. Giving them in order was something we mentioned. Next one, giving instructions on a need-to-know basis. This is something you'll see. So yeah, you don't need to tell them everything in one shot, but just tell them what they need for the moment, and then give them the next bit after that as well. So let's jump in and actually look at some of the AAS activities, and I will try to run these with you. For most of them, I'm just going to be the teacher, and I'll run you guys through them, and you can play them together. I think Dora, Pablo, and Junpei, you are all physically in the same space, right?
Great.
And Coco, you're not. So you're going to have to play with Tico. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'll probably get you and maybe Junpei to play through the camera. And then if Dora and Pablo, you can kind of just do it in the same physical space, that would be great. And do you all have a copy of the book?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yep. And you have pencils and scrap paper
Yep.
and a dice maybe somewhere too?
Yep.
Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll start with, oh, everyone's moving about there.
Oh, dice, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. I don't know where it went.
We have another. I was in here.
Okie dokie. You don't need the dice quite yet.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we usually start the book with the simpler activities that are the activity that's in the song unit and the activity that's in the story unit are going to be a bit simpler. And then we save the meatier activities for the third unit in the book. And those ones often take more time and they have more kind of replay value. You can play them multiple times and the kids will still find them really interesting. And they can kind of build a life of their own. But first we'll start with an easier one. So this is in the first unit. We've learned language for a bunch of different chores, and we've learned a song. We've also practiced a bit of have to, want to, don't like, a few of these bits for this song. And then the first activity here, this is a fairly short one, is just a survey and a graph kind of thing. Okay, so let's get you guys, you're not, actually, you're gonna do this one all together because it's pretty weird doing a survey with two people. So the four of you all together. All right, so for example, this is how I'd set it up. Okay, so we're going to do a survey. First, write your classmates' names here. Okay, so so for example, Junpei, Dora. Okay, I don't know if you actually want to write in your books, but pretend to do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Finished.
So did you write 4 names or 2 names?
4.
4 names.
3.
You wrote 3 names. Yes, that's the correct answer.
Oh, you're the teacher, right?
Oh no, that's all right. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, I'll be a student as well, so 4 is fine.
Okay.
Okay, next, talk together and ask question 1. What do you want to do today? So for example, hello, Tico, what do you want to do today? I want to watch TV. What do you want to do today? I want to play outside. Okay, bye-bye. Next person. And one more time.
Mhm.
Okay. How many people do you ask? Only one person?
No.
No, everyone.
3 people? Good. Okay. Repeat with me. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do today?
What do you want to do today?
Okay. Coco, what do you want to do today? Everyone.
What do you want to do today?
Coco, what do you want to do today?
Coco, what do you want to do today?
Okay. Dora, what do you want to do today?
Dora, what do you want to do today?
Okay. So ask and write your answers here. Go.
Dora, what do you want to do today?
I want to play video games.
Okay. Pablo, what do you want to do today?
I want to drink coffee. And Junpei,
Yes.
what do you want to do today?
I want to go to onsen.
I don't think a kid would say that.
You might, you never know.
I want to go to those.
That's my real feeling.
Okay.
Adam, what do you want to
Oh.
do today?
I want to read comics.
Okay.
Cut, we'll stop there for a sec. So if they're stronger kids, you can ask it without the choices. Most of these activities that are on this side, they've already kind of learned. So they might, we have a space for other here. So if they do say, I want to go to the onsen, that's valid. But if you want to simplify it, you can indicate just use these ones. Again, it depends on the level of your students. I think the students that you're using AAS with have a reasonably good reading ability. Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
He will be the expert on that. 'Cause you've had that.
Which level we are talking
Probably
about?
finding out kids finishing finding out 5, so they can. I don't know what your level you're thinking, and
Well, I mean, all I'm saying is that like they can read these questions and these different like that really helps, right? Like we do actually do this course sometimes with students who can't read at all. And there's a little bit more pre-teaching of things that they need, even if they're just got basic phonics and they can kind of, you can write phrases on the board and do things to help to scaffold the communication. That helps a whole lot. But yeah, if they've got those choices, or if you want to, before the activity, you can elicit other choices and stuff and write them on the board to give them kind of more ideas if you want. Okay. So the next stage to this one. Okay, next. Watch TV. Who said watch TV?
No one.
Just imagine.
Oh.
5.
Oh,
No?
5 people said watch TV. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and today, what color is today?
Yellow.
Oh.
Today is yellow. Tomorrow, what color?
Blue.
Okay, so what color is this?
Green.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yep, the question was, what do you want to do today? So yellow, good, okay. Let's see what color this is. Okay, so please finish the graph on your own. Wait, I would ask one more. So I want to go to the onsen. Is that this one?
No.
This one?
No.
Which one?
Number 6.
Number 6. There you go. Good. Oh, I wanted to give you guys permission to actually write on my, or use the pointer on my board. Do you know how to do that? On Zoom, if you go to the top of the screen, Kids are always figuring out how to write on my screen, and I just figured it out today.
I don't.
Oh, Google got it.
It's like the annotate.
Yeah.
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 You got it. There we go. Okay. So you can maybe not draw as much, but hey, get out. Use the pointer function and kind of just indicate things if there's no numbers on it, which there conveniently were there. But that's it. So you could concept check. That's one thing that the students might be confused about. The colors, which colors they're going to use. And then that's basically it, and let them go for it. You can make this activity easier the way I did by just doing one question and then repeating it for the second question, or you can give it to them all in one shot if they're more confident. I mean, you can include other language. For example, as an extension, if you have a really strong group, once they've made this graph, what could you use it for more extra communication afterwards?
You can I don't, depending on their level, you could be like, oh, which one is higher? Which one is lower?
Mm-hmm.
Or like how many times?
How many times what, sorry?
How many times, like just to go like again to review, like how many times do you play outside? Like 5 times.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah, I see your point. So asking a follow-up question after that. Yeah. That's a great idea. Again, depending on level, most of the time you're going to need to kind of elicit that beforehand and kind of give them a little, maybe drill it a couple times. But definitely, if you think the activity is too easy, eliciting and getting some follow-up questions is a great idea. I was actually thinking even after they've completed the graph, what can we then do with that? So some ideas that come to mind for me, you could have them presenting the graph, talking about it in groups, comparing it. Ideally, they should get the same thing, but they might not. You could give them questions like which activity is the most popular. I mean, some extra questions like that. Again, ideally, you'd set it up not so you're the one asking the questions, but you're eliciting the questions and then you have the students talking together in groups about it. Yeah, a real simple one that would definitely work is just which activity is the most popular, which is not popular. Or you could rerun it and say, actually, tomorrow's rainy. Does this change the results or something like that? A few different ideas you could kind of use to extend it. Okay. Oh boy, it's already 12. Let's move it. This is a relatively simple one, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. I think most of you probably could have made that one work quite well, even without the demonstration. Can somebody erase the stuff that they wrote on my screen there?
Let's help him.
That's going to come into the next one. All righty. Okay. Next activity here. This one is this is a gradual kind of move towards something that has longer, more challenging instructions. Has anyone tried this game yet? No. Yes, Dora has. Okay.
A little bit, yes.
And well, okay. Well, let's see if this is similar to the way you ran it or a bit different. All right. So, okay. One little bit of advice for this one. When you have games that could potentially have teams, you want to make sure that you're setting it up so that there is a communicative need. So in this one, there's a little bit of strategy involved. The students are building robots. They're racing to kind of build robots and they steal parts from each other. So in a turn, for example, you might start here and then roll a dice and then go in which direction and possibly turn a corner. So just knowing that about the game so far, do you think it would be better to play the game 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2? 2 on a team, two teams of 2.
2 versus 2.
Okay, and why do you think so?
'Cause, I
2
mean,
heads think more than
Maybe, yeah.
1.
They can have a discussion. Which
Yeah.
will go.
Guaranteed, if you play it 1 by 1, they're going to be rolling the dice and just pounding through it and not saying anything. But if you have them 2 together, there's lots of opportunities. Where's the starting point? Where do you want to start? Another nice little decision here. Would you have them choose the direction they go before they roll the dice or after they roll the dice?
After,
Okay.
because it also generates discussion like, oh no, if I go here, then I have like an arm factory. No, but I want the body one, so I should go there. So
I would actually do it the other way around, and
Really?
I'll tell you why. That's not a bad idea, but like sometimes the answer is really obvious if you rolled it already. So let's say you're here and you get 1, 2, you get 3. Obviously, we're not going to want to go here, right? So there's no discussion, right? But
Okay.
the other way, there's a bit of kind of like risk. So I would have them. All right, let me just run the activity and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so Coco, Pablo, you're a team. No. Yeah, actually, fine. Let's do it that way. Junpei, Dora, you're a team. Now, in this game, we are going to make robots. Okay, it's a race. First, where do you want to start? Okay, talk together. For example, let's start here. No, not there. Okay, let's start here. Okay, good idea. All right, go. Choose a starting point.
Okay.
Pablo, where do you want to start?
There,
Coco, do you want to start?
Here.
yes.
Like bottom to the left?
Okay, sure.
Let's start here. Because
More options.
yes.
Okay, good idea.
Okay.
Great. Okay, we've chosen our starting point. So next, we're going to make robots. Now, what parts do robots have? For example, robots have a head. Okay, good. One more. What parts do robots have?
Hands.
Arms. How many arms?
2.
7.
Two. Okay.
8.
Something's missing.
8.
No, not 8 arms. 2 arms. What else?
Body.
Body's missing. Very important. And one more.
Legs.
Legs.
Okay. So this is one complete robot. Okay. Now, on your paper, I need to erase. On your paper, draw, whoa, sorry. Please draw this,
Okay.
okay? And one space is for one robot. Okay, so in one space, is this okay?
No.
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 Oh, only one robot in one space, okay. Now, okay, so on this board, first,
You see it there.
I don't have a dice here. I have an electronic dice, but I don't want to switch my screen too much. So I'll pretend I've got a dice.
I have a dice.
You have a
want me
dice,
to
right?
throw it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll one. No, actually, never mind. Okay, first turn. I roll the dice. I get 1. Boom. Leg factory. What do I get?
Leg.
Leg. Okay. How
One
many
leg?
legs?
1.
No. Roll the dice. Coco, please
Oh.
roll the dice for me.
Okay.
The number?
6.
6. I get 6 legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so go here. Now, you draw. No. Can you draw? Okay, I'll draw. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this okay?
No.
No.
Okay, good. Everything's gonna get erased. Oh no. Okay. 6. Okay.
No,
No?
no.
What happened? 1, 2, 3.
It's
You-
okay. It's okay.
No one is
Yeah.
okay.
I think
No.
that's okay. You can set the rules how you like. I wasn't actually thinking about that. You could probably do it however. They can move them or whatever. One note, side note, for this game, you can use a mini whiteboard works well. A piece of paper is okay, but probably whiteboard and marker works better. Or one of the ways we did it at our school is we made cutouts, like paper cutouts that they assembled together into robots. That was really fun, and it was just a bit faster that way. Okay, next, question mark. For the question mark, numbers 1, 2, 3, we get plus 1 part. 4, 5, 6 minus 1 part. Any part's okay. So I roll the dice. Oh, I got 3. Is it
Plus
one more
1.
part or minus 1? Plus 1 part. Good. So I want a body. No, arms. Okay, let's get an arm. Okay, good idea. Great. And then we can add 1 arm here. Okay, roll the dice. 5. Oh no! What happens?
Minus a part.
Minus 1 part. Okay. So which part? 1 leg. We have 6 legs. Okay, good idea. And then erase 1 leg, something like that. Next, this one here, steel parts. Aha, steel parts. So now, steel part. What part? Let's steal a body. Okay, now we go to the other team. We steal body. We steal bodies. And then they say, oh, okay. How many? Roll the dice. How many?
5.
4.
Okay. So if I had more whiteboard space, this would be helpful. Okay, let's say this is team 2. Okay, this is team 2. So we steal body, 4 bodies. Okay, do we have 4 bodies?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, so minus 1 body. Like this, and our team takes 1 body. Okay.
Mhm.
Last rule. Okay. This we roll 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Is this good or bad?
Bad.
Bad.
Bad. Okay. So this one is minus 1 body part. Okay. Oh no. So which one? We lose a leg. Good idea. We have 6 legs. Okay. And erase 1 leg. Okay. Okay, so let's try. So first turn. Let's go this way and this way. No, let's go this way and this way. Okay, good idea. Roll the dice. 3. Okay. Okay. So please repeat with me. Which way?
Which way?
Which way?
Which way?
Okay. Let's go this way.
Let's go this way.
Let's go this way.
Let's go this way.
Okay. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
Okay. All right. So that's just, we'll start it off. What were the teams again?
Pablo, Spanish team. Pablo,
Spanish team.
Coco.
Okay, perfect. Go for it. So you guys can start.
Yay, Pablo. Which way?
Let's go.
Jim, which
Yes,
way?
all the way up.
Let's go.
Okay.
This way.
No turning,
Okay.
just up.
Is it okay?
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'll throw.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. 3.
3, 1, 2,
6.
3.
Whoa,
We
1, 2,
steal
3,
parts.
6.
6.
Factory.
Okay, so please roll the dice one more time for how many?
Let's
Wait, we're doing at the same time?
Because we are,
Six
we are
arms.
steal parts, so you can roll the dice. How many parts do we steal?
4.
4.
Jeez.
So,
You have to talk to the other team though, right?
Yes.
yeah, we have to talk to the other team. What do you have?
We have arms.
So we steal 4
4
arms.
arms.
We left with 2
Oh,
arms.
no.
Okay.
So they're
let's
gone.
roll. Yes,
I'm gonna put
please roll the dice.
like these 4.
Yep, that works good.
2.
2.
Okay, roll the dice.
Oh no, either way.
Where are we going
Which
now?
way?
Are we
This
going to
way.
go right or are we going up?
Right.
Right. Eh, but there's
Right? Okay.
there's dead and there's question
Okay.
mark.
Okay,
We
True. Down.
Down
One.
again?
Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, one up.
We are like corner, like
Okay.
left
Okay.
corner down.
2, right? So
We are on
oh
the
yeah, still part, right?
up.
Okay, let's go up,
Up. So
right, and down.
which way?
Are we
Go
going?
up
All right,
and
cut.
up.
We'll stop there. We'll stop there. I think you guys got it. The game was rolling all well. So yeah, you can play it with 2 separate boards or 2 teams on the same board. The separate boards is kind of nice. So there's no turn. It's not like we're waiting forever for the other team to finish or whatever. There's kind of a pressure that you have to keep playing as fast as you can. So that it does get a lot of speaking. Now, obviously you guys are native speakers or very high level English speakers. So you used a lot of like quite complex language. Typically you'll get kids going like, so let's go this way. And then someone said like, well, there's a skull and there's a question mark. So I don't think we should go that way. The kids might go, just point at it and go, no. So how would you deal with that during the game?
So, oh, if you see this, you say, oh, danger, no, danger.
Mm-hmm.
So they can say like, no, why? Danger.
Well, okay, nice. I like the
Don't go. Don't go.
Oh, I like that too. That's good. Yep. Or if they're pointing at it and saying this one, no, you might say like, this is not good. Or if you can kind of guess what it is that they're trying to communicate and give them that, that's really useful. Another really important question is, would you stop the game and say, oh, no, not like that, and then introduce it? Or how would you deal with that feedback?
But you mean to explain explain what to say when they say like, no.
Right. Yeah. So you had some great ideas for feedback that you could introduce there. How would you execute that? Like let's say they're playing the game and then kid goes, no.
I would just stop that team and I will show them. And if the other team has the same situation, then I will stop them and do it one more time. But I wouldn't interfere until one gets to that point where they need this extra.
So you kind of just like quietly sneak in there and feed in the extra language.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's a good approach, and I think the kind of being not too dominating in that way is important. Just kind of doing it really quietly and saying like, not good, not good. However, the one drawback of that approach is that if the kids are really into the game, they might really ignore you and just not care. They might just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to communicate this. So it might work with some kids, and with some kids, it might be better to actually stop the activity and have the feedback on the board and introduce it. A really key thing with that as well is that kids pointing at that and saying, this no, it's a mistake, it's broken English, but it's fantastic. They're trying to communicate something genuinely. So that's something that's very worthy of praise. I would make sure that if you're correcting it, it's kind of like, wow, that was really cool. I love this. This one, no, okay. Wait, maybe we can say this. And so they don't feel like they're being criticized for it. They feel like they're kind of getting an extra present because they made that attempt. And that's sort of where the meat is, I think, in these activities. Great, 19 passed. Let's go for one more. I planned kind of to do this one, which is in the same book. Pizza, I've got a video for, which shows it pretty well. These ones are pretty straightforward, so I'll skip that. I think we'll probably have time for like one more activity, right? This one's a little bit more like kind of a role play. So I might just quickly explain how I would run it. So this one, you need to work together to create a plan to clean the house. First of all, you get them to make a to-do list. So just identifying the different points that are messy in the house, circling them, and then writing up a little list of what needs to be done. After that, they need to make a chore robot, which takes them to the cutouts over here. So they would talk together and choose which arm components to add to their robot. For example, let's put the vacuum arms here. Good idea, or no, on the left, something like that. Once they've completed the chore robot, we go back to this house and then back to the list that they had compiled. And they need to divvy up the work. So they could write columns into their paper. What I'm going to do, my partner's going to do, and the robot's going to do. And then using, again, the phrases in the target language should be a good guide. But they might say things like, the robot can take out the trash. What do you want to do? I want to do the homework. Okay, good idea. I want to clean the bedroom. You can clean the bathroom. Oh, I don't want to clean the bathroom. So there's lots of different language patterns that you can sort of work into your model for the task. Question about this one really quick. How many stages would you break this into?
Three.
Yep, go for it. What would those 3 stages be?
So introduction of the game.
Yeah.
Then have them write columns, have them like columns, then write what they have to do.
Okay, so make the to-do list first. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Then going back to the this one, then start to actually play. But the thing is that
So we've got the robot to make as well.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Then 4.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So talk together on the to-do list. Oh, so you had introduction as a separate kind of stage. Yeah, that could work as well. In terms of things that they actually need to do, it definitely to-do list, make the robot, and then make the plan for who's going to do what. I'd say you would definitely not, you probably wouldn't do all of those stages in one shot, unless maybe it's a second time you're doing it or something. Then you can say you need to do these 3 things, and that obviously ups the level of challenge quite a bit. So yeah, you can, again, there's decisions to be made depending on how much you want to challenge your students or make it easier for them. Okay, so I'm going to go for one of my favorite activities, which I think is a little bit hard to understand when you first look at it. And it's this one. Okay, this is book 2. So this is a problem solving activity in book 2. So I don't know if you've read the stories, but in book number 2, the main characters follow these evil robots deep down into the earth in this mysterious big black building, and they discover that the evil robots have a plot to conquer the earth or to take over the world. So this game actually puts them in the story, and this is a floor plan from the big black building, the mysterious big black building, and they need to get into the center here and stop these robots. There are quite a few instructions to give on this one, so it needs to be, you need to kind of think through it a bit. So actually, I will check my notes first.
I'd like to do it one more time. So they start from the start, right? Obviously, yeah.
I haven't given the instructions yet. Wait, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
If you're confused, it's because I've just basically given the idea of the game.
Okay.
But I will explain how it works right now. Okay, all right, so here we go. So you are a robot and you start here. The robot has battery power. Now the kids will know about battery power because it's in the story. The word battery is also part of target language. So move 1 space, you lose 1 battery power. Okay, so full charge, how many battery power do we have?
100, no?
Ah, sorry. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry.
Oh, 10.
Sorry. It was off screen there. Yeah, we have 10 battery power. Now, when we go down to 0, game over. Okay, so this robot, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What happens?
Game over.
Game over. So power goes down to 0. Okay. Now, there are different items. This here is the red battery. So red battery brings your power to 10. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, red battery. So what happens?
10.
Yeah, good. We go back to 10. Okay. You can use a red battery 1 time. 1 time. So is this okay? 1, 2, oh, sorry. 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 10. Is that okay?
No.
No, only 1 time. Okay. The green battery, we can pick up. So with your pointer, where is the green battery?
Here.
Only one.
There you go. There we go. We have one green battery here. So if we go boop, boop, boom, 10, 9, 8, 7, we can take a green battery. Layer this down here. We keep the green battery. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use the green battery. How much power?
10.
Back to 10. Green battery's finished. Okay. Next, can you see the tunnels? Where are the tunnels?
Here, here, here.
Holes.
Yes, these are tunnels. These holes are tunnels. So if we go to this tunnel, we go to here. Okay. If I go in this tunnel, where do I go?
Go back to
the same.
Right here. Okay, good. How about this tunnel? Where do I go?
the same.
Between the
Down.
red batteries.
No.
Yes, right. I go back here. Can I go this way?
No.
Oh, no.
No, no. Good. Next, key. Can you see the key?
Yes. Here.
Here we go. I'm going to guess, I'm going to imagine that you guys have identified the key. Right? Yep, there it is right here. So the key can open this box. Okay. In the box, what's in the box? In the box, we have
Battery and hamster.
a green battery and a hamster. So again, for context, in the story, the robots take hamsters and they put them into special chairs, which act as a charging station. So the kids will know that.
Okay.
There we go. So we open that. We can put a hamster. My hamster's body came up. Okay, anyways, that's the hamster. And the green battery into here. Stop it. Okay. All right. Next. What's this?
Drill.
Drill. Good. Yes. So the drill can go through the wall
Here.
Whoa.
here. Yeah. So with the drill, can I go here like this?
No.
No. Can I go here?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Okay. Next, the crystal. Can you see the crystal?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. The crystal is here. This crystal, when you get the crystal, you can go up to maximum 15 power. Okay. And you get full charge. Next one, the chair. What do the robots put in the chair?
Hamsters.
Hamsters, right. Okay. So if you put the hamster in the chair, you can recharge. So for example, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
10.
10. Yes, you can recharge only one time?
No.
No, many times, many times. Good. Okay, and last one. This is a door. This is a door. Is there a door here?
No.
No door. Yep. Is there a door here?
Nope.
Is there a door here?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay. So so that's the basic setup of how the items and things work. Then for strong classes, you can jump them. We've divided what they have to do up into missions here. If you have a really low class, you can just get them to go through these step by step, which will make it smoother to run because there's less that they have to think through. But it also makes it a little bit less, it makes it almost too easy for the problem solving. So if you've got older kids who are a bit smarter, you can just throw them into the mission 6. Mission 6 is get the crystal and go into the middle and defeat the robots. If you want to do it step by step, again, they start here. Mission number 1, sit in the chair. Okay, so talk together. Let's go this way. No, let's get the battery. Okay, good idea. And then okay, now we're at 10. Okay, let's go through the door. Good idea. Okay, we did it. Mission 1 clear. Check. That kind of thing. Model it. The first one's actually good for just modeling it, even because obviously no one's going to have trouble doing that, but you can kind of demonstrate using that one. Check it off and then go to the second one, which is get the drill. Okay, so let's give this a try. You might need to write out a little power meter. Also, it helps if you're doing it in class to have little items for the batteries at least, so that they can actually kind of collect them. Do you have like blocks or little things like that at the school?
Coins.
Coins?
Lots of something that we can use it like that, or basically we can print out like battery pictures and use it as a, you know.
Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, like that really helps. The power meter, again, on a whiteboard, or we've done it before with like, again, like marbles or something that they count as they go. That can be helpful. So let's try this one again. Let's do Pablo, Dora, and Coco Junpei. Give this game a try. Coco, you're able to manipulate what's on the screen here or use the pointer, so maybe you can do that for Junpei.
Okay.
All right, go.
Can we use this one?
Oh, yeah.
So we can.
Okay, so
There. Mhm.
nope, I can't. Okay.
Uh, what's the mission? Or just like play it for play?
So
Start
you've got to
with-
get the crystal and get into the center, defeat the robots.
So for the drill, right?
Yes.
So it will be, let's do
Where's the
one.
drill?
The drill is
That's the
here.
drill.
One, 1, 2.
But if that's the mission, we don't have to get anything. You can just go straight to the crystal.
Can you?
1,
Try.
7,
Yeah, just go into the door.
5,
Go.
4, 3.
You have to have, if you get below 10 power,
Yes.
you're out.
Okay. Sorry about that. Wait. Okay.
I can't move it.
2,
Okay.
3,
And you cannot, can you pick up the red batteries?
4,
Red batteries, no, you can't.
8,
Yeah.
9. Ooh. Okay, so this
So
is
we need to get the green battery first.
Okay.
Wait.
so, okay, let's do it one more time.
I don't know why I can't move this, but okay. So Junpei,
Yes.
3.
what should we do? We start here. Yay!
We need the green.
Okay.
So we need to get here.
1,
Yes. So after putting on the drill, we need to go.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's weird. Oh,
Mhm.
1, 2,
This one goes here. This one goes here.
10, like 9. We're here. 9.
Okay, we need to go there, right?
Okay.
Junpei is working out the whole plan in silence now.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
3,
I've lost the purpose of the game.
3, 2,
と
Yeah.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10.
Yes.
We cannot get pattern. Because we can only use the red battery once.
Yes.
1, 2,
2,
3, 4.
All right, I think Junpei's a little stuck here. So, okay,
Five, six,
Coco,
Yes.
where do you want to go first?
First, I want to go to, where do I want to go?
four.
I don't need the drill right now. I need the crystal or the hamster or the battery. So
Okay.
one,
We
two,
need
three,
we
four,
need the
five.
drill though. We need the drill to get in here.
To finish that one.
Hmm, right, we have to get the
Okay.
crystal and get in here.
One,
Oh,
Can they move diagonally?
No.
two. Can I move like a horse in chess?
No,
That
yeah,
one.
you can do that.
That
Yeah,
one
you
is
can do that.
okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So,
Wait. So first, I would go to the red
7, 8.
battery.
You need to get this one.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4,
This one?
5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Okay, I would go to the
Nine.
to this one.
A.
This
8.
one here.
okay, got it.
4.
And then
So we're
Four,
back to 10.
10. And then I would go to get the chest.
Yes.
So
Uh,
1.
We don't
I got-
have the key.
Oh, you need the key to open the doors?
4, 5, 6,
Chest.
7,
Where's the key? Okay.
9.
Let's start over.
Yes. Wait, for that, I need to go here.
So we have to get the key first. We need to get the key. We need to get the drill. We need to get the crystal, right?
So I can't open the doors
Green.
without, oh yeah, okay, no, I can't open the chest without the key, true, true.
Right, right. The doors,
Okay.
you don't need the key for the door. The key opens
Okay.
the chest.
Okay, here's
1,
that
2,
one, that one.
4.
I need to get to that one first. Okay, so I would go
1, 2, 3,
10.
that one,
9.
to the first battery.
Fir-
1, 2.
Okay, let's go to the first battery. Now, one thing that I would probably want to do with students in this case, Coco is kind of dominating. She's not really letting the other students speak.
Sorry, Junpei.
what was
No,
not nice?
I might
I'm-
jump in and kind of like,
I'm a
say,
bad
okay, what
student.
do you think?
No,
What do
no,
you
no.
think? What's
I'm
next?
not. Yeah.
I'm the student too. She's killing me.
So first we have to get the key to open the door.
To open the chest.
To open the chest.
But
But
to
we
get
are
here,
one.
you need to go through here.
We can
You
only
can't go
get battery
other,
once.
you need to go here. And to go here, you need to go here.
Right.
And to go here, you need to go here. And to get here, you need to walk all the way here,
So come
Mm-hmm.
from there.
right?
So what should we do first? What's first? Maybe that's a good phrase to teach them.
We get here.
What's first?
First.
So once we've used it, it
We
goes
can't
away.
get the
No,
green
no.
battery because the green battery is the same as the key.
Nine.
Mhm.
Mm.
9,
You can get them at the same time
Yes.
together.
8,
And then
7, we pick it up.
7.
if we
5, 4,
go,
2, 3.
I mean, we need to pass through the red battery, but even if we pass through the red battery, we're not going to have enough to get to that tunnel, nor the crystal.
Yeah.
There are red batteries here.
Hmm.
None.
So
right? Because we need to get this one. We have a key. And we have a
First
key.
we go to the tunnel.
This tunnel.
So
Yes.
Ah, okay, there's a door here.
Do we get a battery first?
7.
Yes.
6,
1, 2,
3.
3.
There is a. We have 2 green batteries now.
If we get the top one,
And hamster.
top battery,
Two,
that
three.
one.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Okay.
9,
And then on this
Yeah.
tunnel,
9,
Yes.
8,
we go through this tunnel, okay?
Then
4, 3, 2,
No,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Junpei,
stop
no,
for a minute.
Junpei, no, Junpei.
I want to give you
Let's
some
go
feedback.
and
now.
get the tunnel.
So really nice job, Coco. Now, no Junpei. Can we say that another way?
10.
Junpei, danger, danger, Junpei.
We can make it.
No, because
Yes,
the
we
red
can.
battery is only one time.
6,
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
have 10. So
Right.
we
So
can
we
go
can get to that one, right?
with the first one or the second one?
The second,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's go
6,
3,
7,
8. The top.
8. We get this one, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's-
So.
Green battery. Are we gonna have enough? No, I don't think so.
What's next?
get the
Ju-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
5.
9.
Oh, yes. Jump in.
We are in the second one, right?
Yeah,
Second
1,
Second battery,
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
7, 8, 9.
So I think we
We
can,
use the-
Coco, what do you think? We can go right
To be honest, like
to the wall,
this is the-
then get that battery.
We do need the drill too, right?
it's-
Oh, okay.
So if you want to plug it in, you want to hold it.
I thought about coming back after getting the key and
I think you're right.
yeah,
I can
'cause-
tell you. Okay,
'cause
all right,
that-
guys.
yeah.
I'm gonna stop it there because it's already 1:45. Right. Did you guys finish it, Dora and Pablo?
No, we got to a dead end.
Okay.
We got the hamster on the chair, but that's the maximum we got.
Oh, you're pretty close. They're pretty close. Yeah, I've played this with adults in classes as well before. Adults tend to approach this by staring at it in silence and thinking for a long time.
Like,
Yeah, you kind of did, but that's pretty normal because you're just like, well, wait a second. No, wait. Whereas kids tend to do a lot more trial and error.
no.
They just kind of like say, let's go this way. Okay.
We did kid version. We did kid version.
Oh, you did. That's good. Different personalities. But yeah, older kids, I mean, I think that you guys found it a bit challenging, right? It's not super simple to figure out. Older kids around grade 5 and 6, I've never had a class not be able to solve it. It does take some time, but they'll usually at that age range be able to do it. And again, if they're a bit younger or a bit weaker, or they're having trouble, go through those broken up missions, and they'll usually figure it out through that process. All right. Yep. So the good thing about that activity, again, is it does require it's problem solving, right? So there's a lot of cognition going on. So while they're using language, when it's attached to deeper level cognitive thinking, this is something that really relates to better connectivity of language and deeper acquisition, rather than the opposite end of the spectrum would be if you're just sort of memorizing or drilling a piece of language. The chances of you actually being able to remember that and recall it are lower than if you've actually used that while thinking deeply to solve a problem. So that's kind of the idea behind activities like that. And that's it. So I'm going to stop there for today. So was that helpful? Is there any gaps that you feel like I've left out, or any questions there?
Like actually playing those games helped me to imagine what our students will be like in actual class.
Mhm.
So that was super helpful.
Oh, good.
But I think we will have hard time figuring how to play all the other games without videos and instructions.
Right.
Yeah. So we take a look at the lesson plan,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's enough for us to figure out how to play.
Sure.
the
So we are going to make videos for those this year. We've had a few different schools ask us for that. So yeah, I'll make sure to keep you posted, and I'll give you those as soon as we can. In fact, we're going to do tomorrow at our school, we're going to do as a workshop, all of the teachers are going to take turns setting up activities, and we're going to video it so that we'll be able to kind of pass those on as well. So that could be helpful.
Oh, okay. Great.
Online materials.
Oh, so online materials is something that you just showed us. You just used.
No. What was online? Sorry.
I think you told me that you have online materials for AAS.
Yep.
And then, so just wondering what they look like.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, no. So you definitely need to just download those because there's a lot of really good stuff in there. I can screen share you a little bit of what. Hold on a second here. Yeah, in what I did just now, I don't think I used anything that was from the online resources.
Oh, okay. But I thought that's something that you could use in online class.
Oh, sorry. So are you talking about online classes or the online resources for?
Yeah, when if we go online,
Yeah.
we need materials that can be used online.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've obviously taught these courses online for the last couple of months, and then
Right.
a couple of years ago as well. So I mean, the way that I just ran it now is kind of how we would do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can give you PDFs and that sort of stuff if you need. But essentially, there's going to be a little bit of creating stuff that you need to do, like drawing little bits and stuff like that. It's a little bit harder to get the students to kind of work in pairs and stuff like that. We do use breakout rooms with kind of older, stronger kids.
Right.
But if it's something with a game board like that, they won't be able to see it in their separate breakout rooms. So that's a bit of a challenge. But I mean, it does work. Or the kids can actually use their books as well at home.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, so just to make sure, you have used the material, the kind of like a movable PowerPoint file to give a lesson online.
Yeah, our teachers kind of adapt them in different ways. Usually, like we might just use like a PDF with markup on it, or
okay.
Or sometimes one of the activities from AAS 2 last month that I was doing involves making a poster, and there's cutouts. So we did put like the poster into a PowerPoint, and then used a little graphic design program to kind of cut out the cutouts just to model it. But then we actually had the students at home cutting and gluing and stuff like that as well. But certainly, do you think that are you online in Tokushima now?
We're going back. Yeah, now we're online in Tokushima.
Oh, okay. I see. Sorry, I thought you were live again.
But from April 1st, we're going back offline.
Same as us.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that's, I mean, what I can say is that if you do see that online thing coming up again, just let us know, because we are experienced with adapting the materials to that context, and we should have a lot of stuff ready to go. Again, I'm not teaching so much these days, so I haven't taught level 3 or 4 online for like a couple of years. But certainly Ian would be able to help you out with that.
Oh, okay. And there's a chance that we will be go online again in the middle of next month.
Oh, okay.
Because the number is not really going down, but going up.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, same here as well. I think we're starting to give up with everybody else.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we can't really go. We can't stay online anymore. Our students are kind of sick of it, actually.
Everybody, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they were happy that we made the decision we did, and they were happy to have kind of like a sankambi every lesson that they could watch their students. But yeah, it's enough.
It's enough. Yeah. But for that, we'll get back to you.
Right.
Then, yeah.
No problem. I wanted to just clarify one thing just to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding. So you said, when you said online resources, you were talking about ways to teach it online and not the extra materials which are available online, right?
Right. Whatever we can use to teach online, to teach the curriculum online.
Right. So you guys have downloaded the stuff off of our site, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So these ones, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Those are the printable ones, and we have other stuff as well.
Like, yeah, there's visual aids and sometimes charts and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
All right, just making sure. Cool. Yep. Any other questions or comments or anything?
Not right now. It was like the games were clear and the way to do it is clear. But I mean, of course, you have to get used to it and then plan your year ahead. As you mentioned, if you suddenly jump online and you're not even used to the material, it's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah, that's a bit stressful. Yeah, for online for sure. But yeah, I mean, basically, you did experience them just now in a generally online kind of way. So hopefully that should give you some ideas as well. I mean, anytime we've gone online, it's like the first couple weeks, it's just prep time goes up like crazy. And then it gets a bit easier, right? Is that the same for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
You kind of get used to your stuff. I would definitely say push the students to use Gamerize, especially for AAS, because the whole just like teaching kids vocabulary and stuff online is not a great experience for anybody, I think. So I think if they do it on Gamerize and come to the class and they know it, then you'll have like enough time to do the activities, whereas everything kind of goes at half the speed online, right?
Right.
It's a lot slower. You can, by the way, for vocabulary lessons, screen share Gamerize and do your vocabulary input with that. I've actually had quite a bit of success with that in the last couple of weeks. I was trying to do all kinds of different like dice games and like snakes and ladders and stuff to do just vocabulary and drilling and stuff like that for my online classes. And it was taking too much time. And then when I did it on Gamerize, just screen sharing, I got through the entire vocabulary in like 12 minutes. And the kids spoke loads and I was like, wait, that was way faster than actually doing it with a bunch of different kind of various games and stuff like that.
Okay.
So one idea anyways.
Okay, great. Awesome. And so one last question. So let's say this activity, how long do you spend on it? I know it'll be depending on the situation and the kids, but roughly.
Yeah, that particular activity is a shorter one. I would probably want to get it done in like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. You mean this one?
The whole thing I would probably want to get done in about 10 minutes. You might get some kids that really love like really coloring in the graph really well and like they just want it to look pretty. That's a risk, but I mean, you'd set time limits, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And if it's a chart, if there's too much kind of like cutting and pasting and drawing and stuff, you have the option of assigning that for homework.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the longer basically, if your classes are 50 minutes, right?
50 minutes, yes.
Yeah. I think you're probably always going to feel like you wish you had more time. And that's kind of like, sometimes you can even drop out an activity if you're like, well, we did this activity this week and I could start a new one, but actually I think they're just really getting that one and replaying it would be more beneficial. I think that's a good choice to make. Better not to rush through.
Adam,
yep.
All the homeworks basically are in Gamerize.
Yes, and we're talking about actually making some extra written homework as well, some simple kind of question answer things, and I'm hoping to get a bit of ideas from you guys just to make sure we can kind of get the level and all that just about right, because I mean, your students and ours are different. Our students are probably not, I mean, wow, it really depends on what classes they're taking. But if it's a class that's just taking AAS, sometimes they're not that great at writing. So we don't really give them like writing sheets. But yeah, we'd like to put together some more written homework as well.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Do you have any ideas, Dora, about what kind of writing sheet would work well?
That's a tricky question now. Well, basically how concept checking works. So something similar in a worksheet. Reason being because that, how to say it, reviews the target language that we are focusing on in the unit. And on the other hand, I would focus on not just the target, because the target language covers separate words and expressions as well. So I would take them apart and focus on sometimes just the words and sometimes on just the expressions themselves. How are they in with some of the supplement worksheets that you provide?
Okay, so something that's more focused practice on the grammar point, if there's something that's picked up in the guided discovery sheets, and also something that maybe works on the vocabulary, like for example, a short text with some gap fills or something.
Yes, for example, yes.
Yep, that would be doable.
Can I just throw out some ideas that I just thought of? So I'm sure our students will have hard time remembering. So just like a drilling type of.
So first of all, Gamerize will do that better than anything else. That's all in Gamerize. Get them to do that. However, we do have audio for all of that. Before we made Gamerize, we had these books, and the students would have to listen to it. We have it in 4 tracks. The first track is listen and touch, and it's in order. Next one is listen and touch in a different order. And then the third time through, it's listen and repeat.
Okay.
So, but it's way less effective than Gamerize, and it's boring. So for them to actually learn the vocabulary, I would stick with Gamerize for that.
Okay. Then for the song activity, like the lyrics are written with blanks. Then they listen and then they have to write.
That could be good. Yep.
And also comprehension for the story. Like questions about the story. Like, did he go to, when did he go to the school or something like that?
Sure.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And for survey, asking your parents what your mom did. What do you want your mom? What do you? Wait.
Does your mom?
What does your mom want to say?
Yeah.
So something that they can do, including their parents, will be ideal. But
it's a nice idea.
Sometimes might be difficult. So but some other different patterns.
Ask one other person and write the answer or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think those are things that I just came up with.
Yeah, definitely. I think that makes sense. I mean, I guess the story is pretty straightforward. Again, if your students have good reading and writing abilities, just some simple written questions would be good. And for the song, the listening gap fill is also a nice idea and easy to make. Okay, yeah, those are some great ideas. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. All right.
It's already 1 o'clock there. You guys probably have to go off for lunch.
I think you too.
I'm fine anytime, but yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you so much again. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Just line us or let us know if there's any questions or anything's confusing. If there's an activity that you're like, what do I do with this? Just send me a message and I'll get you a video or an explanation or something like that.
Okay, awesome.
Great.
Then I think we will need all the videos for the activities for the the book. The
We'll
first
get that. We'll get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you
Later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.